Good morning everybody and welcome back to Paultons Park. It's only been a few weeks since I was here for Ghostly Manor. That was such a great dog ride for the UK and the park of course, but I didn't really focus on all the other rides in the park. Yes, I did a few here and there like Flight of the Terrace or Storm Chaser, but yeah, I always went back round for more rides on Ghostly Manor. I was focusing a bit more on the score last time, but yeah, back to there a few weeks later, right to the end of June. It's nearly July, so it's approaching the middle of the summer. I'm not sure how busy it's going to get at. I've not really been here when it's been too busy. The most I've seen for a ride is like 20-25 minutes, and that's just Splash Lagoon, so it never gets properly busy. They do advertise you don't need fast track, which is really good. It can be a little bit expensive to get in, but you're paying for all the good theming they're introducing. You've got Valgard coming in. They've just finished the foundation work for Dracon, Ghostly Manor, so I look forward to seeing some. I haven't taken a look at it, sorry, to see what it looks like. I know they've got some station work going up soon, so yeah, I look forward to spending the day at Paultons Park. So they've actually opened the turnstiles at 9:30, so that's half an hour before the park officially opens, but you can't really get on the rides until 10 o'clock. They do hold you at holding areas. They've got one down here by Tornado Springs, you've got one by Splash Lagoon and one on the other side of the garden, so yeah. Bit of a shame you can't wander down to the rides, but you don't really need to, do you? The rides don't really get packed. And yeah, about to walk past Ghostly Manor. We will get on that today. I'm just not going to do it first thing. I can hear that music already. If you haven't checked out my Ghostly Manor video, then please check that out if you like. Goes over my first few rides on it. Yeah, we'll be back here later on. Such a good exterior. I might have mentioned before, like, I'm not a massive fan of shooting star rides because the focus is taken away from the actual theming. But I think the most of the theming is on the exterior of the ride, so. That music's just fantastic. It makes such a difference, doesn't it, to an attraction? If you have no music, it's just lackluster. But yeah, we'll be back here later on. So yeah, like I said, we're going to make our way into Tornado Springs. First thing. I have done other things to start on previous visits, but I want to get one of the coasters out of the way to start. I love Storm Chaser, probably my favourite ride of the park. Yeah, just in a test, and there was at least a couple of test rides. No staff members on it, but yeah, let's make our way in to the entrance. Yeah, it's such a fantastic entrance, isn't it? A lot of the people are making their way to Peppa Pig World. There was a lot of people behind me that are the holding area for Tornado Springs. But yeah, I've never seen this longer than a 5-minute wait. Such a fantastic area, great music. Yeah, love the signs. It's all the little touches like that that make a difference. If you just put a normal sign there, it really takes away from it. But yeah, this seems empty already. There were so many people behind me that I didn't really expect them to all go to Peppa Pig World. Yeah, there's a great coaster for the little ones to progress up to the major ones. Although it's quite intense. I'll take you on board on my PVs. I have done those before, but it's kind of better to have a live reaction, really, I find. Yeah, Cyclonator over there. Maybe the last time I went on that, one of my previous visits, I felt a bit nauseous after it. That was a big mistake. You want to make sure you drink and eat before you go on these kinds of rides. Yeah, it's such a fun ride. It's actually quite scary for the little ones. Again, a good stepping stone really. But yeah, here we are. The Storm Chaser, the staff members are ready. Another great photo opportunity. These parks are really good for photo opportunities. And you've got the Rio Grande Railway here. Try and do as much as I can today. Yeah, let's get on Storm Chaser. It should be walk on. First train of the day. Here we go. Storm Chaser.
Once seated, pull your lap bar closed. You must remain seated throughout the chase and hold your neck at all times. Once the Storm Chaser is landed, the ride will stop at the station.
Here we go.
The storm chase. Your safety at the park.
Back right, we're going to be facing down towards the ground on our way up. I love this part of the train. They have got 2 trains on. I can't remember the last time I saw that here at Paultons Park. Here we are. There was a day when I'd be terrified of this, but not anymore. But it's so much fun. First train of the day. Here we go. Woohoo! Oh, so much fun. Oh, it's intense. So intense for a family coaster. Wow.
Too much fun!
Yeah, just be a bit careful if you take your little ones on that one. Storm Chaser is so much fun. It's so smooth, so enjoyable. Lots of really good forces actually. Quite strong really for a family coaster. I've said this multiple times after getting off of that. But yes, it's a stepping stone for in terms of rides for people to go on to the next big thing, but it's a bit more than a family coaster, isn't it? Especially on these helixes. That drop sequence is really good as well. Nice twists and turns, going over the top of Tornado Springs, over the entrance, seeing all the people walking through. I love that, and I love love all the interaction you can have on the trains as you spin. You're not always seeing the same person as the cars individually spin. It's absolutely really enjoyable. I had 2 rides there, both walk on. As I went up the lift on the second go, I was in row 5 after row 8, and you could see all the people coming into the park. Yeah, it looks busy, but it's never really as busy as it looks, because most of the people go to Peppa Pig World. That's where all the long lines are. But yeah, on to Cyclonet and I'm going to do a few more bits around Tornado Springs and see where we go from there. I always regret going on those, and the same with that one. I felt really nauseous coming off that towards the end of the ride really. I don't think it matters what time of day I get on those. It's the same with pirate ships, but not as much as these. It's a fun ride about up to 3/4 of the way in, and I just start feeling really bad. I have to have a little bit of a rest afterwards. I think from now on I'm probably going to give those a miss, no matter how I get ill in the future. Yeah, it's fun ride, interactive with people around, people having a nice time. Yeah, I think I'm going to go on the rear ground train in a few minutes. to let myself breathe for 3 minutes, because after that I definitely need it. I really wish I wasn't like that on those kind of rides, because it's so much fun up until a certain point. I'm definitely not going to have another ride on there. And like I said, I'm going to make my way over to Rio Grande now. Rio Grande train, or Grande, I don't know how to pronounce it, you'd have to correct me. Typical British pronunciation. Yeah, they've got some good operations on Storm Chaser. They must be expecting quite a busy day if they've got 2 trains. In fact, I said on the ride, I don't think I remember it being on 2 trains, at least in recent times. And I think that's true. I don't think I've ever seen it on 2 trains. As soon as people get off, people are on, it sends the train out really quickly, nice and smoothly, then the next train's back. It's got one of those unique stations, isn't it? Rotates in the station building. Yeah, I really loved it. I didn't know initially how they did that. I thought, oh, they got 2 trains, but how does it work? Then someone told me. So I had no idea. Yeah, Rio Grande trains around here, I think it's open. I know one ride on the website, I think it was closed. I think it might have been Magna. I think the drop tower over by where Cobra is. So it's not a big deal. Would have liked to have a ride on it just to see a bit of the work on Valgard. But it's alright. It's not the end of the world. You've got plenty of other opportunities. Yeah. Up until about September-ish time for Cobra, then I think that's closing. Oh, it says Rio Grande's open at 11, so I might actually go on Farmyard Flutter in the meantime. I've totally forgot I had an opening time. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, it's a really good long train ride, this is. One of my favourite entrances at Paultons Park. Do such a great job, even on these smaller rides, like this Sierra. This is Sierra roller coaster. You don't normally have this much theming, but look at that. It's one of those 3D signs as well. I think that's a tail section of a plane there. And I love the digital boards. Just like the new one over at Ghostly Manor. Got the nice wear and tear on the tyre there. It's just all the different touches. And here's the ports for a cyclette, which is next door. Yeah, the rides are close together, but yeah, you make use of all this space. I love the colour. I love that blue and yellow. It just works so well together. Let's go and give this a ride. Take you on board, of course. Great theming, great music. I just love the look of it. It's just such a special theme park. Yes, it's not full of extreme rides, but we're slowly building up in terms of what they're installing. Having that Ghostly Manor coming next year. I think it's 2 inversions. Yeah, you don't want them to have a massive RMC or B&M, do you, really? Maybe in the future, but it's mainly for the families. That'd be a perfect stepping stone to go from there down to Storm Chaser, down to rides like this. Yeah, let's get on board. I can't speak. Let's get on board Farmyard Flutter up these stairs first.
It's important to remain seated at all times, keeping your hands and your feet safely inside the train carriage. The consumption of food and drinks not permitted on the train, but if you would like to sit back, relax, enjoy a little tour of the park. Thank you.
And here we are on the Rio Grande train. Open right at 11 o'clock. Not too many people on it, so it didn't take too long to get started. One thing I do know is, I notice at every visit really, you've got the gardening team everywhere. They're always doing a few touch-ups here and there, fixing things. It's lovely to see. And I love this part of the park. So nice and neat, so much nice theming. Makes Tornado Springs one of the best areas in the UK, one of the best in the world really. Got a big water tower there as well. And the storm chase is just coming around, perfect timing. Just behind the fence. There we go. Yeah, fantastic. You go around this part as well. Entrance to Tornado Springs. I will be making my way onto Trekking Tractors. I think that's what the name is anyway. It's like a fun car style ride, but instead it's actually got tractors. Really nicely themed. Just seen someone with a Mickey bag as well. That's quite cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get on that. Some nice theming, some nice greenery, some nice plants, etc. Well, this part we're about to go into now isn't a fantastic part of the train ride. Well, it is going through all the trees and the forest area. There's not much to see behind it, there's nothing too special. Yeah, I just keep seeing gardeners everywhere. I'm not sure you can walk down here. Yeah, I think it's just a maintenance road. You got the back of Peppa Pig World all the way down there.
Thanks for riding on the Railroad train with us today. We're now arriving back into the station. Please can I ask you just to remain seated for a few more moments, just until the train has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Once you are safely back onto the platform, please make your way towards the rear of the train, which is where you will find our exit gate. Thank you.
That's a lovely train ride, that. It's a bit of wasted space, like I mentioned on the ride. It's set out right around by the trees, behind the garden areas. I think it's some garden areas behind there. And you got the back of Peppa Pig World, and then it's not much really, other than going through Tornado Springs. I initially thought it was much better than that, but it's still a nice general train ride. It does bump up and down like a train does. It's not entirely smooth, but that's the charm of it really, isn't it? It's a nice train ride for the family. The trains are really beautiful trains actually. It's a nice theme around the station. I do prefer the Tornado Springs section to it, but we're not in the perfect world, so it's alright. Rio Grande, I was about to say railway then, Rio Grande train is really solid attraction at the park. It really does complement Tornado Springs really well, and I just wish there was a bit more going on behind in the trees. Yes, it's nice being in the trees, don't get me wrong, I really like that, but yeah, just something else to see. That, you know, like Discovery Channel has like the animal statues, something like that, something bigger than that, but in the trees really to look at. So now I'm making my way over to Trekking Tractors. Things have got bigger weights and the more people are coming to the park. Yeah, this is catered towards the families, the little ones really, but I thought I'd give it a go, have a look at the theme, and I like them not just using standard cars. It's obviously themed to tractors. It's a nice name as well. The station building looks fantastic. Yeah, you can walk down here if you want to go behind Peppa Pig World. I think the train is where we went behind there, where the train went. So yeah, over onto Trekking Tractors. I don't know how long of a ride it is. You can't see too much into the middle really. Yeah, I look forward to getting on this. Yeah, this is where we get off. Look at the tractors. They look really cool, don't they? An electric ride system. I don't think you can steer it at all. Yeah, they look really cool actually. I love the exhaust. All different colours. That one's green and you've got a red one over there. I think the lights actually light up as well. That's pretty cool. And then you can hear this sound as well. That's pretty cool. They just know how to do theming, don't they, Paultons? And here we are, about a 10-minute wait on trekking tractors. And yeah, I'm not sure how long this ride is. Like I said, you can see bits of it from off-ride. This is a little seating area I didn't really recognise. You can see the gardeners walking around as well. They're very good at that sort of thing here. I harp on about it, but they really do a great job. Look at the theming. Are they beavers? I can't tell. There's just little touches along the fence there. It's fantastic theme. It's just so good. You've got Farmyard Flowering Cyclonator there. This is all part of Tornado Springs. And that music just adds to it. Lovely. And these steering wheels, I don't think they turn. For us adults, we have to sit at the back, really, and they let the kids enjoy themselves at the front there, steering the tractor around. Like some sort of orchard, some sort of, not orchard, I totally lost my mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know when you try to say something, you forget what you want to say. Yeah, fantastic. After that ride on trekking tractors, I'm going to make my way over to Lost Kingdom for a ride on Valgard Pterosaur. I was going to go on Buffalo Falls, but the queues are a bit longer than I expected today, so yeah, maybe later on when it's a bit warmer. It is quite warm now, to be honest, but it isn't going to be one of the warmest days. We are approaching a period where it's going to be like 32, 33, maybe 34 degrees here in the UK. I'm at Paultons a few days before that, so I should have missed the worst of the heat. Yeah, I think it's on 10 to 15 minutes, Buffalo Falls. It's saying, oh, Storm Chaser, I thought it was on 15, it's actually on 5, so. Yeah, Tornado Springs is a fantastic area. Like I said, things are taking a bit longer than expected, so I'm going to make my way over to Lost Kingdom. Have a look around there, get on all the rides, Splash Lagoon, you got Boulder Dash, you got Dino Chase, etc. The mini little drop towers here for the kids. I do love that. Yeah, it was 15 minutes not long ago. I've never ever seen the queue for Storm Chaser in the building, ever. And I've been here multiple times since the start of last year, so. Yeah, the name of those drop towers are Windmill Towers. Even that's got a 10-minute wait. Yeah, normally everything's a walk on. At least they got 2 trains on the Storm Chaser. Operations are fantastic on it. I do notice on some rides that they don't have as many staff members as you would expect on each ride. Like on trekking tractors, there's one person managing the exit, the entrance, loading it up, sending it off. Oh wow! Cyclonator is nearly out of the entrance. Just beyond that sign in there, it's 25 minutes for Cyclonator. I don't even think I've seen Splash Lagoon on that long way. So I'm dreading seeing what that's on when they get over to Lost Kingdom. After a short walk from Tornado Springs, I'm here at Lost Kingdom. Another of the fantastic areas here at Paultons Park. I'm not sure what I prefer, this or Tornado Springs. I know I love the entrance, the palm trees, you've got Flight of the Pterosaur soaring over the area. You've got Splash Lagoon down to the right. I think it says 20 minutes down there, so it's not actually that bad for Splash Lagoon. I've seen it actually longer on there before. And yeah, this is normally about a 10-15 minute away from Florida Terrace. We've got a Velociraptor around there, which has always been a walk on for me. These Vekoma rides are such, I was about to say classic, but they're not. They're modern, aren't they? They're modern, they're smooth. I have been in one of the older versions of these family suspended coasters on my last trip to Kings Island, and that was very rough and jolty. But this one here is very modern and very smooth. Trains are about to come round now. It's so enjoyable. It's a short ride, don't get me wrong, but I thoroughly enjoy it, and everyone else seems to as well. Do you know what? For the first time at this place, I'm going to refuse a ride. I'm not going to get on in the kit because it's 35 minutes. Normally at a major theme park for a major ride, I wouldn't hesitate waiting that long, but yeah, I'll let the rest of the park enjoy it. We got walk under the lift hill here. It's actually quite high for a family coaster. There's not really many great forces on it, but you don't really expect it. You got that over on the Storm Chaser. We've got a Velociraptor here. This is another fun one. I think this is on 15 minutes. Yeah, this is very smooth. The track's looking a bit worse for wear, but it is what it is. Just enjoy the atmosphere. I might go and have a look at the Cobra area, a bit more of a look at Valgard. I did have a plan for today, but it's kind of been thrown out of the water really. Yeah, the operations are pretty good on Florida Terrace. I'm so happy that the Vekoma have come a long way. They've got over all those rough rides. They still exist, obviously. The old SLCs, but they're doing so much good work, and I thoroughly enjoy their rides. I've done Abyssus, I've done Formula, I've done this, I've done Velociraptor. Their modern stuff just works, and it's so much better than what they used to make. Yeah, fantastic. And it doesn't take long after exiting Lost Kingdom, right by the dinosaur here, and you're at where Valgard's going to be. They've got all this blocked off. You used to be able to go down that way, past the go-karts, up to Cobra and Magma that way. A lot of construction work going on. I'm not sure, I can't hear myself speak. I'm not sure what they're doing there, what building that is. All I know is they got Draken and the Ghostly Manor coming to the park. I love how parks like Paultons Park don't leave these blank. They give you something to tease you. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a poster or something down over there on the far side of the park, if there's a poster with Draken on it, or a bit of the big map that you've been seeing all over social media. There's a Velociraptor. Yeah, busy time for the park, a lot of work going on. I wonder what time in 2026 it's going to open though. I can't imagine it's going to be early. In fact, I think it said May. Did it say May or June? I'd have to do a bit more research, because now I think about it, I think they have released a date. Sometimes my research is a bit lopsided. I can't remember if they have these trains here before. I honestly can't. It's only been 3 weeks too since I was last here. Yeah, there's such a wide path. But you've got to be careful, I think, with these paths. You don't want to make them too wide, because if you make them too wide and there's nothing really around them, they can seem a bit awkward. Yeah, it says Magma this way, but that's not open today. Yeah, I can't really, you're not really missing much on the board, because it's all the same stuff they previously had. I wonder if there's a map. Oh, here we go. Talking of previous stuff, here's that map I was on about. This is all over social media when they announced the place. And there we go, opening May 2026. I was doubting myself initially. I couldn't remember. You got Draken there. I think it's 2 inversions. I'm not entirely sure. And I can't remember the name of that flat ride down there. I honestly can't. But yeah, there's so much good stuff coming to the park. The future's very bright, as I've said before. I can't get close to that fence because I wanted to get a couple of shots above the fence. Obviously being safe doing it, but yeah, I wonder if this is where the restaurants and stuff will be. Yeah, there's another version of this map you can actually walk up to. Yeah, I can't remember the manufacturer of that flat ride. I did see it once. Is that the building I'm looking at now? I can't remember. You've got the building there. My orientation's really off. You've got the flat ride there, you've got a couple of buildings here in Valgard. And it looks like Cobra is going to be repainted green. At least I think it will be, because there'd be no point in putting it green on the poster, would there? And I think that'll look really good with a red tracker jacket. And I think there's a lot of work going on the Cobra station, so once I get up there, I'll give you a little look. So they lied. I didn't expect this to be open, but it said on the website, you got a little plus, haven't you? When you're looking at the dates on the website, it tells you what rides are going to be closed. Normally the start of the year, stuff like Splash Lagoon is on that list. And I had a look for today, and that was closed. So yeah, I may give this a go. I may have done all the riding I'm going to do for the day. I didn't expect it to be this busy. I expected a bit more crowd, a bit more, a load more people, sorry. I didn't expect it to be too much more busy than it normally is. Because I've seen a lot of people, but I've never actually seen the queues as long as they are. At any other park, they wouldn't be that long, but at Paultons Park, you can't even expect it to be like 5-10 minutes at most. And here's that construction work I was on about out on Cobra. This is obviously in preparation for its re-theme, I take it. I don't know what they're doing on the side there. Looks like they've got some wooden planks up there. And for the first time, they've closed this bit off. Normally you enter in here, got a new piece of wood there. I'm not sure if that's to do with this. Got a little platform there. There must be some intricate work going on there. Yeah, I've never had to wait in this caravan before. And I'm not sure what the queue's like inside, because look, if you'll notice, the ride's open, but he's got a Paultons Park fence there with the branding on it. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have a sneak around the corner to see how long the way is. If it's too long, I'm not going to bother. Just have a little walk around the park, get on the ride here and there. Here you can see the other side of all that construction going on by the side of Cobra Station. Obviously doing something here, because you can see, I don't know how much you can see through there, got all this torn apart. They're obviously doing some substantial theming work. And these are those fences I was on about. You walk up here like normal, then you walk around here, then you skip a lot of that cow pen behind the fence. But you never really wet in there anyway, so. Probably about a 20-minute wait. I may have ridden all I can today already. Luckily I've done all these rides before. As you can see, all the foundations are finished, and they did say they're going to do the station next recently, so I can't wait to see that start rising up from the ground. But I'm really excited to see the track, because while it's the Ghost year of it's definitely something substantial for this park. And there's a lot of photos there. They do integrate wetter with Cobra over there. They're going to be right next to each other. And I can't wait to see Cobra in green. If it is in green, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, look how big those photos are. If it is two versions, it's going to be amazing. But Draken's such a fantastic name. This area is just going to be absolutely amazing. If you've got this sort of theming everywhere, that logo everywhere, it's just the little touches. Just look at it. Have another look at this map I was on about. Days since last dragon attack. Just little bits like that make all the difference. Yeah, I can't wait. May 2026, less than a year now. It looks like they've still got a lot of work to go, but it shouldn't take too long to build the coaster. Because every time I've been here in the last few months, they've been hard at work, getting it all done. Yeah? Such an exciting time. So instead of Cobra, I've got a terrace or you name it, I'm coming back over to Ghostly Manor. I was going to wait a couple more hours for it. But yeah, I have to check it out again. It's always closed. It's closed, didn't realise it. So it's reopened. I wasn't actually waiting that long, to be honest, probably about 5 minutes. I think it was down longer than that, but there isn't too many people in front of me. Might be able to get a couple of rides on. I do want to get a POV for my channel as well. I did show you a bit on board last time, but I had the blaster too far in front of my face, so a bit more difficult for you to see what was going on. So I'll try better this time. Yeah, I love the theming. Music here, you got the books down there about the trees, just the plants. The lights, I really love that. I just love that. It's just a screen, isn't it? Some sort of special screen. But they just do it so well. Look how neat everything is. But I do think the heat has done a bit of damage to this. No, not the park's fault really. You have to give it a constant attention. It's quite impossible when the park staff have got their own lives to look after. Yeah, I can't wait to get on board. I'll stop waffling now.
He must be captured at all costs. Good luck. I'm counting on you.
Some of the experiences may be scary. Please wait for staff to guide you onto your vehicle and remain seated at all times.
Yeah, I still like Ghostly Manor. It's still a very good ride, but I can't get over how many screens it is. There's not enough physical sets inside the ride. You got all the theming outdoors in the queue line, leading up to the manor itself. Then you got Dr. Kinley. You got all the props, the theming inside the queue, the screens, the safety information, etc. I like all of that combined together. But then the ride's just loads of screens, isn't it? Yes, it is a bit of a quirky trait to it. You got it turns, doesn't it? Like the seats turn. You got double-sided vehicles. You got screens on the inside, on the outside, which I only learned about the day after, or not there for the first time. But yes, the video footage is okay, but and the music's alright over the top of it, but they need something else. Need some more talking, some more characters talking, some more interaction on the screen. It's just flying objects. Yes, I get the whole point of it is for the families, for the kids. They love it. Every kid I've seen walk out of that ride absolutely loves it. But yeah, and you got the scoring element, but you know my thoughts on shooting star rides, I'm not a massive fan. I can appreciate the theming on that, it's absolutely amazing. I still probably will ride it a few times a day when I'm here, but yeah, I'm a massive fan of being overly reliant on the screens. And yes, I'm the minority for that ride. I'm a theme park enthusiast. I'm always going to moan and nitpick, aren't I? But yeah, still a solid ride, Ghostly Manor. I wouldn't say it's world class, but for the park, it's up there. They really needed a ride like that, and I'm glad they got it. I was so pleased when they said they were going to keep the Cobra tow pretty. Obviously, this is right near the entrance to Cobra, and when they're re-theming it, they're not really going to keep it there, are they? Because it's not going to be called that anymore. So I'm glad they moved it over here to the gardens, right near Ghostly Manor. You see Ghostly Manor is all the way down there. Yeah, I love the tow pretty they got going on in this park, and I'm so glad that they've kept this. Yeah, that was announced on social media by one of the staff. I can't remember his name. You have to tell me in the comments. I really can't remember. I do follow him on Twitter, but yeah, just look at the tow pretties. It's just so neat and tidy. Snakes and ladders. I swear this has been moved. Am I imagining things? It might have always been like this, and I've been here multiple times, but just something playing a trick on my mind. I keep thinking how that head's in a different spot normally, but yeah, just look at it. Snakes and ladders. What a classic. You've got the elephant tow pretties as well, and that breeze is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing when it's hot weather in this shade, that nice breeze through the trees. And yeah, I'm just walking through the gardens, I'm enjoying myself. This is what I love about this park. It's just absolutely amazing for it. You've got every type of ride you can think of. You're starting to get the major thrill rides now with Dragon next year. You've got Storm Chaser, Farmyard Flyer, you've got Cyclonator, you've got the animals here, the gardens, like Discovery Trail, you name it. But it's just absolutely amazing. I adore this park. Yes, it's not your Cedar Point to Kings Island, your Magic Mountain with all these massive great coasters, but wow, this is just so special. I just feel great when I'm here. Normally I just love to get on those big coasters, like you probably know, but yeah, when you want to relax, have an enjoyable time at a theme park, you don't even have to have a long day here. If you're close within an hour maybe like I am, you could just have 4 or 5 hours here and then go home. You just don't need to go one after the other with the rides, even if it's 5 minutes. Just a fantastic, relaxing park. I love walking around it, really. That's a lovely little log flume, isn't it, that one, Splash Lagoon. It's about 15 to 20 minute away, not too bad. I've seen it slightly longer before, but yeah, really fantastic. You do get wet on the main drop, there's no other drops before it. You've got some nice theming around there. You've got a dinosaur animatronics, you've got a lovely water jet so you travel under. You get a bit of wet going underneath the O's. I just wish there was a few more water effects between that and maybe the lift, some around the top of the lift maybe. I don't know, I'm just being a bit nitpicky. It's a fantastic ride, isn't it? It's for the kids, it's for the families. Taking the kids on the little water ride before they go on bigger water rides like at Paultons Park on Tidal Wave, stuff like that really. It's a fantastic stepping stone ride. Stepping stones, sorry. There's a lot of those kind of rides here. It's a perfect park for that. That's why it's family park. I love family parks that give those kind of rides to people. They know there's bigger rides out there, but it's just perfect, isn't it? There's a lot of people here, but the queues aren't that long. It's about as long as I thought it would be for Paultons Park. I can't imagine there being too much worse than this. I've been at Halloween, so you know, I wasn't too busy. So yeah, Splash Lagoon is fantastic mini log flume.
Because she'll love these. We'll leave his glasses down.
It's always great coming back to Paultons Park. I've had a really good day today. I came in with a plan and it didn't work out. I thought it would. I didn't think it would be as busy as it was, and I didn't get to do Flight of the Terrace or Velociraptor. Actually, I could have probably done them, but there's no point in rushing around. The weather is not exactly as cool as I'd like it. Yeah, yes, there's a fresh breeze, but there's no point in rushing around. I've done these rides plenty of times already this year. It's just a nice normal visit, enjoying the park, enjoying the atmosphere, getting on some rides, some that I've not done, like trekking tractors, like a small family car style ride, but instead of cars it's tractors. Yeah, overall it's been a really good day today, and I wish I could have done a lot more, but it is what it is. Got back on Ghostly Manor, which is fantastic. The theming is anyway. I'm not a massive fan of the screens, but yeah, it is what it is. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.